Hi there, Belton teachers. Sonia Abdelgawad here from the Belton Educational Foundation. I made this video today for you because I can't be in your building with you. Of course, I'd rather be there with you face to face. However, I have a few important things that I want to share with you as we get started in this 2020-21 school year. So our agenda for the video is, first we're going to play a quick game. Then I'm going to share with you some information about grants, foundation grants, and third, we're going to talk a little bit about gifts. So here we go. First up, this year, as we get started in the school year, we're going to play a little family feud. So real quick, the question of the day is, what does the Belton Educational Foundation spend money on? The Family Feud did their regular survey, and let's see what the survey says. So, first up, what does the Belton Educational Foundation spend money on? You got it, teacher grants. We spend money on teacher grants. Some of you have been watching our Facebook page or getting our newsletters. The Belton Educational Foundation spends about $4,000 to $5,000 every year on new teacher grants. Next up, what else does the Belton Educational Foundation spend money on? You got it. Survey says scholarships. Every year, the Belton Educational Foundation spends around $16,000 on scholarships to help our high school students start off their adult life, their post-high school graduate life, on the right foot. What else? Survey, what else does the survey say the Belton Educational Foundation spends their money on? Grants to teachers, let's see if it's up there. Grants to teachers, it's there. That's the number one answer. $43,000 each year the Belton Educational Foundation spends on grants to teachers. In addition to our new teacher grants, which is already on the board, we give grants to teachers for classrooms, we give building grants, and we do our Excellence in Teaching Award, which is also a $2,500 grant to a teacher who goes above and beyond. All right, let's see what the survey says. What else does the Belton Educational Foundation spend money on? The survey says pirate pantries and back snacks. The Belton Educational Foundation feeds through our Pirate Pantries and Back Snack weekend meals to about 350 students each week. All right, what's next up on the board? What does the Belton Educational Foundation spend money on? Let's see what the survey says. COVID weekend meals, that's a new one. You might not have guessed. During COVID, between March and July, the Belton Educational Foundation served over 34,000 meals to families here in Belton working alongside the school district. So we spend $15,000 feeding weekend meals to our families here in Belton during the COVID pandemic so far. Let's see what else the survey says the Belton Educational Foundation spends money on. Survey says mental health services. The Belton Educational Foundation writes and manages a grant for the school district that provides therapists in all of our Belton schools to serve students and work with teachers on supporting the whole child. So survey, what else does the Belton Educational Foundation spend money on? The Belton Educational Foundation spends money on Belton High School alumni events, community outreach, and fundraising. So those are the last three things that the survey says the Educational Foundation spends money on. That comes up to a total of $111,000, and that's not our entire budget. So just wanted to give you guys a chance to see the many things that the Belton Educational Foundation is spending money on. And that wraps up our Belton Educational Foundation Family Feud. So, back to the three things that I wanted to talk to you about today. Number one, we were going to play a game. Number two, playing a game isn't quite so fun when you're one person in your office, but hopefully that was a slightly bit entertaining for you. So the other thing I wanted to talk to you all about today is grants. This fall, the Belton Educational Foundation is going to offer 2 different opportunities for grants for you to get money into your classroom and or your school. So First of all, we're going to have a brand new opportunity. The foundation, our board of trustees, we really have been working on meeting teachers and students where you are and finding where there are holes, where there are opportunities for us to support you. And so with all of the changes that COVID is bringing to your classroom, I am happy to announce that the Belton Educational Foundation is going to offer COVID grants for you for this fall. This is going to be a faster, shorter application process. Turn in your application. We'll review it immediately. There will be no waiting for the application time to end. Turn in your application. We'll review it immediately. Within a week, you'll know if your grant will be awarded. These grants are specifically for items that you need in your classroom, that you need for your students due to changes from COVID. So we are here to support you in the Belton Educational Foundation. And if there are things you need in your classroom right now or your virtual classroom, let us know. That's what this grant process is for. Maximum grant amount is $100. You have a handout today that has the bit.ly for you to get to that application quickly. I look forward to seeing several of those coming into my email box. This fall, the Belton Educational Foundation will have our normal grant cycle for teacher, team, and building grants. You might remember these. You can get up to $5,000 for your building. You can get $2,500 for a team grant. You can get $2,000 for an individual teacher grant. So who remembers, what is the foundation looking for on our normal grant cycle? We're looking for innovative ideas, innovative projects, and the foundation, as well as the Cambridge Dictionary, defines innovative as featuring new methods, being advanced and or original, introducing new ideas, or creative in thinking. So think about that as you're writing down your ideas for one of our innovative building, team, or teacher grants. I look forward to seeing your ideas. Don't be intimidated by filling out this application. It looks long, but really, you just have to explain your project. You just have to explain how it's innovative. You just have to tell us how you expect that your project will impact students and why. Maybe some research there to show us why you believe these products that you're buying are going to benefit your children in your classroom. And finally, your budget. What are you going to buy and how does that fit into your project? The grants do require principal approval and an approval from the technology department if they include technology. So I shared last year and I'll share again, I don't get to vote on who gets awarded teacher grants. So that means I can help you. If you need support, please contact me, email, phone. I'm happy to help you listen to your ideas, help you with the wording, help you with research, any of that stuff to help with your grant. I want to put more money in our schools. That's what the foundation is here for. So please write your grants and let us give you money to do what you want in your classroom. We also have a planning doc that goes with that grant application. Use the planning doc to write out your grant, and then when you're ready to submit it, all you have to do is copy and paste it into that Google form. There are links to the rubric in the application form and also the planning document, and this year I've also attached a list of teachers and grants that have been granted over the past several years, so you can kind of look back and see a teacher that might help you write a grant, or maybe you can see something that's been funded in the past that might spark your idea or might let you know that that's probably not an innovative idea at this point. Fall grants are due November 1st. I look forward to seeing your ideas. The last thing that I want to talk to you about today are gifts. Two different kinds of gifts. First, I want to let you know the Belton Educational Foundation wants to welcome you back to school. So we do have a little gift for all of our Belton staff. We have a few items for you to choose from. So as soon as I'm finished, you'll have an opportunity to go grab your back to school gift. Welcome back. We're so glad you're here. The second kind of gift I'd like to talk to you about is your gift from employee giving. Every year, the Belton Educational Foundation, we come to you as staff and offer you the opportunity to donate to the foundation through our employee giving payroll deduction program. You heard at Convocation that 45% of all Belton staff give to the foundation through this program. Last year's spring turn of events interfered with our opportunity to thank all of you as we had promised for your giving. So this year, our thanks is going to come right away. We have a plan, Anyone who signs up for employee giving by October 1st will be eligible for thank you gifts that are listed at the bottom of this year's form. The form should have been with your little packet of handouts that you got as you're watching this video. Our employee giving is a pre-tax charitable donation, and it's used 100% to support teachers, staff, and students in the Belton schools. As a teacher, have you sent students on to the next grade, next building, or next step in life and wondered, how can I continue to support him or her? Well, your donation to the Belton Educational Foundation is one way that you can do that. Your donation can fund a grant to support learning for your former student in a future grade. Your donation will help us continue to provide weekend food for families across the district in all of our Belton schools. Your donation will help us to provide mental health services for children and families that need that support. Your donation could go to a classroom at Grace who's serving your past student's child so that he or she can be more successful in school. Or your donation could have been to the $100 teacher grant to a former student who came back to Belton following in your footsteps, hoping to make a difference for others. Please consider how your donation can and will make an impact. So please complete the employee giving form and return it to your building secretary or other designee in your building. And also, if you don't have it ready today, you can send it to the Belton Educational Foundation office via interschool mail. You can choose to give the same amount as you've given in the past. You can choose to increase your giving from last year by a certain amount. You can just write in an amount for either of the giving lines. As you turn in your forms, you can pick up your back to school gift. We have a gift for everyone to you from the Belton Educational Foundation. As always, please let us know how we can support you. Please talk about the Belton Educational Foundation in conversations with your families and others in the community. We're here for you, and we wish you the best in 2020-21 school year.